right, my God. Welcome back, yeah, beautiful bastards. Apparently, a snowstorm set in, and it's been about 19 days since I last played. That's great. Now I'm gonna be frickin' rusty again. We also not have a horse. No horse. Of course not. Oh, tombstones. What's the lore? Oh, it's Abigail Davenport and frickin' what did it say? What does that say? No Davenport. Yep, guaranteed. What that? That's what it said. Now, technically, I did record a couple episodes of GTA with the new update. Huh? Random Native American musical cue. So yeah, I recorded the stuff for the Money Fronts update, which came out like immediately.
But I have him. Captain, he'd have a secret to be sure. Just get me a ship and a crew, and we'll find out what it was he held so dear. I met him once, that captain. He was 7 feet tall if he was an inch. I tell ya, legs like tree trunks and a smithy's arms. Almost broke my hand shaking it'll know. I could feel it then when I met him. No weapon made by man could harm him.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Freaking, well, he does have a peg leg. Look at that. Sitting there a while with that peg leg covered in snow. Always good. Is it supposed to be this snowy? Achilles, is it supposed to be this snowy?
Go away!
I'm gonna say no-y. Okay, made myself
Go
cough.
away, boy! Do you not speak the king's English? Oh, I didn't see you there, old man. I'd have set my
Oh,
home in order if I'd known you'd be calling.
guessing
Oh,
he
his name is Connor.
reeks of
He's here to
alcohol.
restore the property.
Restore? Restore? Pardon my manners. She's still the fastest in the Atlantic. Sure, she needs some attention. Minor things mostly, but with a little
Uh-huh.
affection, she'll fly again.
Who is she?
She might be
Who is
literally
she? Why, the
in
Aquila
the
boy, the
Atlantic.
ghost of the North Seas.
The boat.
A boat? She's a ship, boy, and make no mistake about it. I thought you brought him here to restore order. I reckon he's the greenest thing on the frontier.
What?
Connor, meet me back at the manor when you've finished here. You said it requires repairs. You able?
She does need work. A ship is a she, boy. And yes, I can refit her,
But
I'm
why?
lacking in the proper supplies. Some quality timber would help me get started.
I can see to that. How long before she is able to sail again?
Just get me the lumber, boy. I'll raise a crew.
Oh yeah, sure. Looks like you are raising right now. Yeah. Now let's read about this guy. Once again, I also in that time I edited all the 10 episodes that I recorded, and I just realized how often I read, and it once again makes me debate reading all this. Maybe I'll change it, and I only read about characters or something. I don't know. Robert Faulkner is probably the most storied member of the Assassin's Navy, though he was never formally named to a position above first mate. Robert Faulkner was the fourth generation of his family to be a seaman. Seaman, sorry. I'm glad I didn't say that out loud. Okay, even they're making jokes about it. For the first in his family to be recruited to work for the Assassins. He started off in the Royal Navy, but finding his career stalled, partially due to his inability to purchase commissions, he left to work for the United Company of Merchants. In 1753, Faulkner disappears from the historical record, presumed dead, but that's because he joined the Assassins as first mate of the flagship the Aquila, I'm guessing. Faulkner was much sought after as a mariner. Recruiting him was quite a coup for the Brotherhood. He had a reputation for having a disciplined crew and an almost uncanny knack for avoiding trouble, not to mention predicting the weather. Whether through the years of experience or some other more mysterious ability, because I totally believe in those, Faulkner would know when a storm or calm patch of sea was coming in and could use it to his advantage. Imagine that, a natural weatherman who could accurately predict the weather. The world would never see his like again. Faulkner served on board the Aquila until it was nearly destroyed in 1768. Nearly destroyed? How can you be nearly destroyed? Anyway, always deferring when asked to become the captain, he never gave his reasons why. However, his love of the ship was quite touching. He had it towed to its location near Boston despite doubts that it would ever be seaworthy again. Faulkner could have gone back to the sea aboard another ship, but didn't. He stayed close to the ever deteriorating Aquila and took to drinking, which is where Connor found him. So, is that what they do sometimes? Is that they take like these random people from history and then like, oh, they just disappeared from the historical record, and it's like they probably died in real life, but then it's like, oh, nope, they were recruited into the assassins in this game, in this world, or whatever. There, Keela, don't let appearances deceive you. You're looking at the former flagship of the assassin navy. It perhaps, if perhaps a little past its prime. The Aquila was built in France in 1749 in the Sea of Brest. Brest. Stop it. Okay, so it is, you say it Brest. I didn't want to, I didn't want to say it. That's why I said Brest. The design was incredibly innovative for its time. The ship was light, fast, and could carry a surprising amount of artillery for its size. Same, you know? Anyway, it would be decades before there were schooners that could catch the Aquila's speed, could match. What am I? Of course, there were some disadvantages to the design, namely the ship's handling was very touchy and required an experienced crew. This meant that meant the Aquila was underutilized until the assassins hired someone who would be able to use the ship to its full potential. Robert Faulkner. In 1754, the Aquila followed a Templar ship into a storm and was lost with all hands aboard, or so we wanted the Templars to think. In reality, it sustained only minor damage, was refitted, and became the assassin's secret weapon. staying out of major harbors, using its speed and the element of surprise to harass ships on the Templar business. The Aquila took on mythical qualities. It was whispered about in ports along the eastern seaboard as the ghost of the North Seas, a pirate vessel crewed by ghosts that could appear and disappear into a sudden fog. This reputation was due both to Faulkner's uncommon skill and the superstitious nature of most sailors who loved a ghost story and all wanted to marry a mermaid. Eventually, the Templars cottoned, never heard that word before, on to what had happened. They caught on to what happened? Cotton. Is that like a typo? Did it like autocorrect or something? That or is that like an actual word that whoever wrote this was like, look at my writing degree. I use cottoned on to what happened. But it did take them more than a decade. They weren't the sharpest tools, let's say, in a box full of spoons. In 1768, the ship was caught in a trap by three British frigates. The Aquila was able to limp away from the battle, but ran aground in shallow water. The British left it for lost. Robert Faulkner survived the battle and had the ship towed back to a private bay near Boston where it and Faulkner slowly deteriorated. That is, until Connor found them both. Fascinating. If only I had a goddamn horse, man. Jesus Christ, this is such a long walk. Hmm. But yeah, freaking, you get access to missions using the ship. And I know for sure I only did like the one mandatory one, maybe two. If I'm saying maybe two, then I'm not for sure. But once again, it's been like 10 years since I played this game. And that's once again back when I like just did story. I did no side quests really. Hence why I didn't do any of those quests.
There you are. I've something to show you. Come, take a look.
What is it?
A ledger. It lets us manage the homestead's dealings.
Oh,
Early
okay.
days?
That was years ago. Before the slow fever, before the Templars, before everything collapsed. But that's all in the past. Better we focus on what's in front of us. Take up the ledger, and I'll teach you how it all works.
Yeah, I meant to say with the ship, um, how it said like, oh, the Templars thought it was destroyed or something. Is that a little, prelude to Rogue, where it's gonna happen in that game at the end? But anyway, spoilers, sorry. The stockpile allows you to purchase items from homesteaders and displays the item you currently own. Okay. Godfrey and Terry, the lumberjacks, have oak lumber available to purchase. I give them a home, and they tell me I still have to buy from them? Come on, it's part of the community, man. Jesus. Well, Max. Okay, stockpile now contains oak lumber, but the lumberjacks are out of stock, but should produce more periodically. Okay. Trading. The clogs can be sold to merchants through convoys. Okay. You know what? I kind of remember this. Each merchant and location has its advantages and disadvantages regarding time, risk, tax, and value of the product. Choose wisely. Hmm. Uh, I can't really choose wisely, can I? I tried to frickin' select the other guy and it didn't allow me. Oh, 100% synchronization. Still feels good even after 19 days. You know what doesn't feel good? The
Time passed
loading.
quickly after that. My
6
days a
months
blur of
later,
study,
wow.
training, and work. What little free time Achilles allowed me was spent learning about the Templars, about Charles Lee and my father. I longed to confront them, to put an end to their schemes, to ensure my people would remain untroubled and free.
I
But
got a
I knew it was
horse.
too soon, that to approach them now would see me killed. All my work would be for nothing. Patience, restraint. These proved the most difficult subjects for me. But in time, I mastered them as well. Days became months, months became years. And as my skills and knowledge grew, so too did I.
Okay, Connor. Well, we have a little talky talk thing we can do over here. And yes, still frickin' these collectibles, but uh no, I don't want to set a marker. How do I zoom out? Oops. Hmm. Oh, I can fast travel there. That's nice. Hmm. And fast travel there. Good. Let's leave the Animus because we have that new freaking thing to read. Because, we haven't done enough reading yet. Our daily quota of 30 minutes has not been reached. But we read this, didn't we? Focus, please. Uh, getting on my nerves. Yes, yes. Disappointed as usual. See, I think I said that before. Uh, Odd way of showing it. I remember that. And then, yeah, we were like here. 'Cause we had this gibberish. And then from frickin' 010010100011, whatever. Okay, anyway. Hatham's Blades. Did we read this? No, Hatham's Amulet. Okay. I've been doing some digging on Hatham's Blades. Still not 100% sure where they came from. My initial instinct was he started out as an assassin. I believe his father was one. Oh, yeah, he kind of was later in life, I mean. We'll get to him later, I swear. Black Flag, come on. Oh my God. In fact, but it appears he was a Templar from pretty early on. Maybe he took them from someone. It's happened before, just like his father. Yes, yeah. And they're quite handy. I'm surprised more Templars haven't put them to use. Well, there is at least another Templar that uses them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Another rogue reference. Uh, Pretty easy to build a pair if you know what you're doing. 01. I have found a way to better control the impulses to formulate a thought and transmit it, to add a sense of structure, a sense of order. You fear order, your kind. The gentle hand tends the flock. It is a kindness, not a cruelty. I wonder, will you ever understand? Your enemies do in their own way, but they share your base heritage. Their conception is flawed. Concept is flawed. They are not worthy. You have all proved unworthy of our gifts. Okay, Jesus. You have anything to say, Rebecca? No. Dad? No. Sean? No. Okay. It's probably best to assume, frickin' that if one doesn't have new dialogue, they all don't have new dialogue. But you never know. You know what they say about assuming. Come on. We give them each a chance just to make sure. And now learn how to craft it. If you craft what? Well, you just craft what? Achilles, what are you doing here? Okay. See, I kind of want to talk to these guys over here, but my God, it's so far away. Luckily, I have a horse. Frickin' I complained so hard, they actually gave me a horse. And my horse can't go in the water. What the hell? Also, what is that? What is that? Hatchet? Is that a side mission or something? Okay, no, that's just to signify him, I guess. Once again, did I ask that question before? It's been freaking a couple days, and we just got to the homestead mission type stuff. So please forgive me if I repeat questions.
You must be Connor. We've been raring to finally meet you. My name's Catherine, and this is Diana. We're the wives of those two blockheads who cut trees.
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you. We've
Did I
heard
ask?
so much of you from the boys. Glad to finally put a face to the name.
The pleasure is mine.
We were just discussing how nice this bit of territory is, on a river with nobody upstream. I won't lie, Godfrey's letter had me a little worried, but now that we're here and settled, I must say I'm rather happy.
I'm rather happy.
They had us on
Okay.
this plot north of Champlain that was a tangle of rock and bramble. Ugh, horrible place.
No,
It's a real treat to be
Bramble.
able to walk up the hill and take in the ocean.
Your husbands must keep you busy.
Nothing we can't handle, Connor. The boys think they run the show, but the real bosses are right in front of you.
I do not doubt it.
Hey, new trophy unlocked at the manor. Oh, cool. Is this the freaking other guy? Yeah, girl. Sorry, girl. Get the hell out of here. It's gonna be a freaking long ride back to get to my ship now. Joyous day, Kaloo Kaloo. I'm sorry, I had to rub my nose, and guess I could have done it with this hand, with my freaking right hand. That way we can, keep moving forward. But that was not my thought at the time. Rambling. I'm sorry. We're almost there now, so okay, I could talk the rest of the way. Plus, if I talk more, oh, okay. That's just apparently a musical cue that plays every time you cross that barrier. Also, did I did I do this for the? I did go back and do the sequence stuff. This one was very annoying. Was that last episode? Did I say that? I don't know. I don't know if I said that or not. I did that. Okay. We're still at 100% synchronization. Okay. Ooh, my God, this is fucking. It has like acceleration or something. Go slow at first and then whoo. That is annoying. The hard way. Sure.
Come aboard and feast your eyes, boy. No, 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 not the left foot. Never the left foot. Horrible look. Step with your right
What's
foot
wrong with the
first.
left? My God. I'm tired of freaking people hating left hands, left feet.
She is solid?
Aye. Weatherly and sleek. She'll fetch 12 knots in a stiff gale. Ne'er a
Oh,
ship from
yes,
here to
yes.
Singapore can outrun her on her best day.
12
What do
knots.
you say we
I
take
didn't
her
know you
out?
could tie that many
Show you
knots
what you can
through
do
with
firsthand.
with this ship.
Where would we go?
As it happens, she still needs guns and the officers to command them. We'll launch straight away. Don't worry, lad. I'll make sure you sprout good sea legs. Haul in the mainsail! Get up the rigging! Hand over fist! Come on, men! Let's get her out where she needs to be!
In some way, it's kind of like maybe I should play Rogue next, seeing that these two kind of tie into each other. But I won't. We're doing this in order as best as I can.
Come on, lad. No time like the present.
East Coast, 1773. Flew into the mic there a bit. Sorry. Oh, capstan. Look at that.
Take the helm.
We're freaking on a frigate, right? Because I'm trying to think of freaking Sea of Thieves. You had like get what the first one's good. The schooner. I don't think it's called the schooner in the game. But then you have the brig, and then you have the whatever. Sorry, my God. All this about freaking naval ships. You probably don't know much about 18th century naval warfare because you don't know much about anything at all. What the hell, Sean? That's very rude. My God, you don't have to say it. So here's a rundown of some of the types of vessels you are likely to encounter. Frigates. These are long, relatively light vessels with a lot of guns. More than 28, if you want to get technical about it. Frigates were light and easily maneuverable, so they were often used for reconnaissance or escorting merchant vessels. Frigate. Oh, I thought that was like, well, I thought that was a comma. Frigate is also a terrific word to use if you want to swear, but your mother-in-law is nearby. Oh, frigate. Excuse me. Sorry. Gunboats. These were smaller vessels, generally containing only one gun, but it was a really big gun. The gun in the boat is where the term gunboat gets the word gun from. Okay, my God. It's not known why the word boat is there. Gunboats were relatively inexpensive to build and could be assembled quickly. They were most often used to bombard targets on land, although gunboats can easily be destroyed by a larger ship, such as a frigate. Several gunboats together could do some serious damage before a larger ship could destroy them all. Strength in numbers and guns, of course, mostly guns. The schooner. Schooners are small, light sorry, light craft noted for their speed. These were the preferred ships for privateers during the American Revolution. There was nothing better for breaking through enemy lines faster than you can get a shot at, or for making a fast getaway. Nowadays, of course, we have jet skis. Don't tell, uh, well, the joke's ruined now. Don't tell frickin', ah, god damn it. Well, his name escapes me. Frickin' Owen Wilson from Loki TV show. Keep wanting to say like Mobius. Then I think of Morbius, and that's the last thing you want to do. Whatever. Sorry. Man of war. Isn't really a naval classification, but more of a catch-all term for a warship carrying a lot of cannon. Most of the man of wars you'll see will likely be ships of the line, which are essentially big ships with multiple gun decks stacked on one another. Basically, naval warfare consisted of lining up your ship's broadside against the enemy ships in order to hit them with the most cannonballs possible. Of course, the enemy would be trying to do the same thing. Predictably, the biggest ships with the most guns usually won, leading to the building of more ships with even bigger guns. It wasn't sophisticated, but by God, it worked. Yeah, and I'm getting flashbacks to doing all the legendary ships. Huh? From freaking okay, just a wolf. From freaking Assassin's Creed 4. I did a lot of those ships. I did all of them.
Double time, boy. It's time you learned.
Assassin's Creed 4 was like when I really started doing side stuff. And I did all of that, and my God, some of those were a nightmare.
Come
Especially
on,
the
she won't
twin one.
bite.
Yeah, who would have guessed that this was like a beta?
You have sail.
Do not take any damage before you meet.
Ha! Your killer
Martha's
flies again.
Vineyard.
Do you feel it, lad? Set a course for Martha's Vineyard. We'll find our guns and
Vineyard.
officers there. She's a nimble vessel, but the faster she goes, the more cumbersome she grows. And the firmer
Oh,
your hand needs
my
to
God.
be. Enjoy this
He could be a
stretch of
poet.
open water before we come upon those shallows. Call for full sail if you like.
Oh, look at that. Was that a real thing? They popped out sails like that?
Wind looks to be shifting.
Oh.
Stay alert, Connor. Gusty winds can be difficult to manage.
Not into the rocks. Not into the icy depths. I feel like that might be a problem when I eventually get to Assassin's Creed 4, if I do. I might just end up doing nothing but a pirate accent the whole time.
Now, take us through these shallows.
Oh,
Careful
well.
not to run up on them. The sandbars will slow us down, but the rocks will put a hole through a hull. And if you want to make a quick tack, call for half sail. She's more maneuverable then.
I already did. I spent a good old, many years on the Caribbean seas. And that's like, Assassin's Creed 4 was one of the games that I just kind of like always was like, oh, I'll go back to that
Mind
and
those
just
other vessels. Hold your
sail
tack to keep
around
you right of way.
because it was so fun. I have to keep like holding the right stick down to get a better freaking angle so I can see the rocks. Who brought a flute on this ship? We only do sea shanties here, boy. Oh. Come on. Someone do a freaking old Johnny. What is this guy doing on here? The freaking, these two guys are just standing or climbing freaking those ropes and doing absolutely nothing.
Cottages. We're close.
Hey, would it suck if I damaged the ship right here at the end?
Drop anchor.
There you go.
We'll go ashore, buy our guns, and find our officers. Oh, hello, Miss Mandy. You're looking every bit as ravishing as I remember.
After all these years, you sail all the way to the vineyard to pay me compliments?
We are looking for David and Richard Clutterbuck.
Nice to see you, too.
Robert Faulkner.
Why is
Where
our
the hell
footsteps
have you been?
so muffled?
Sorry for leaving like I did, lads, but where I was going, no one could know. You two working much?
Everything is so muffled
No.
here, my god.
Between contracts at the moment.
Well, we're looking for gunnery officers. What would you two say to working with me again?
We'd be for getting into a few more scraps.
Good show. The Aquila is a fine vessel. We're fitting all the guns as we speak.
Looks like your friend's about to catch a beating.
Huh?
Where is Charles Lee?
My God, really,
I
Connor?
don't much care for your
Oh,
Hey, you don't want to be doing that, Biddle.
Bobby Faulkner turned to wet nursing. When
Nicholas
you finally
Biddle.
realize you're a shite sailor.
Whoa, 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 not in here, gentlemen. Better still, not at all. Bobby, take your friends and get out!
Let's go, boys. Our guns ought to be ready. Come on.
What are the odds that we would have ran into Benjamin Church there? And somehow Connor remembered Benjamin Church of all people. I guess he's just that good. Oh boy, is that two things we gotta read? Great. Three! Oh yes, three things to read. Oh God. David and Richard Clutterbuck, 1733 to 1735. David and Richard Clutterbuck were gunners in the merchant navy starting in the mid-18th century. According to their reputation, these two aren't averse to a friendly fistfight over pretty much anything. So if you're talking to them, you're try not to mix up their names. David is the older brother, Richard is the younger. Oh, and definitely don't try and be funny with their surname. The Clutterbucks were a Dutch family who moved to London when David and Richard were young. I always hated the Dutch. Their father was a dock worker, and so the two brothers grew up near and in the dockyards, running errands to pass the time and earn extra cash. They showed an early aptitude and affinity, if you will, for fighting. The two brothers joined a crew with Robert Faulkner on board the Stalwart in 1750 and working with him until he disappeared in 1753. Were these real people or are they just making it up as we go along? Also, I just noticed you gotta love that in this picture of them that you can see that like blue arrow right there. That's like I think that's freaking them placing the character in this like white void behind them. Not the white void behind the picture, but the white void behind them. And like that's a remnant of freaking like the software. Didn't bother to cut that out, I see. Uh, unlike many who go to sea in search of adventure and treasure, the Clutterbucks' motivation was somewhat different. Guns. They grew up hearing the stories of the sea, and but it wasn't until they overheard a gunner talking about the power of his cannon that they decided a sailor's life was for them. Okay, we read that, yeah. The sailor was not, in fact, talking about an actual cannon, but the impressionable lads missed it. Impressionable. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm saying he was talking about another type of cannon, a different weapon altogether. I'm saying he was talking about his cannon and power. I'm using speech marks to make it obvious. He had a powerful weapon he wielded with enormous penis. An enormous penis. Wow, okay. Still don't get it? Oh well. When you do it for like a penis, then it's like, is it a penis? Is it or is it a penis? Wink, wink. You know? Oh, good. 45 minutes. The Clutterbucks spent years traveling on various merchant and privateer vessels, almost always hiring on a pair on as a pair, they eventually settled semi-permanently in Martha's Vineyard, taking it as a place of rest between contracts before they would get tired of all the quiet and hire on to another crew. I'll explain that joke again later. Amanda Bailey. My God, who is this lady? Why do we care about her? We're never going to see Amanda Bailey again. Amanda Bailey was a well-known and well-liked innkeeper in Martha's Vineyard around the time of the American Revolution. She was born in North Carolina in 1730, the oldest of a large family. Her mother died when she was 14. Wah wah. Leaving young Amanda to work and help care for her younger brothers and sisters alone. Wah wah wah. Amanda first crossed paths with Robert Faulkner when she was a teenager. He was working on the United Company of Merchants. She was a barmaid, clearly a recipe of romance. They exchanged letters. I suppose it was the texting of its day, which stopped when Faulkner disappeared from the Halifax or whatever to join the assassins. Sad face. Wah, wah, again. Sorry. Despite reports that Faulkner had fallen overboard and was dead, Amanda felt that he was still alive somewhere, and after several years she went in search of him, possibly so she could give him hell for abandoning her, but I'm speculating. She never found Faulkner and eventually settled in Martha's Vineyard, taking a job working in a local inn, which she later purchased. Amanda had a born talent for leadership and organization. She was responsible for setting up the first school in the area, not to mention advocating for important improvements to the docks and to bring in more business. Her inn was a hub of gossip during the Revolution, particularly if you wanted the latest in ship movements. It will probably come to no surprise to you that she was a spy for the Patriots. Oh no, not the words again. No. Patriots. But that's only been publicly known since 1919, when a box of her personal correspondence was found, including some coded notes in Benjamin Talmage's right handwriting. B- brittle. Uh, we can probably do this. Nicholas Brittle was a ambitious young sailor who became one of the first captains of the Continental Navy. Biddle joined the Royal Navy in 1770. I mean, the British side. But when the American Revolution started, he offered his services to the Continental Congress. So a traitor then. Though it's funny how you lot don't generally see it that way. Anyway, while he was only a midshipman for the British, Congress quickly gave him command of his own ship, the Franklin. In 1776, was offered an even better deal, command of a brand new ship named the Randolph. Frickin' Franklin and Randolph, at least Achilles, frickin' Achilles. Our ship is, it's a fancy name, my God. History's mute on the reason behind Biddle's rise to prominence. However, I think it might be able to. I might be able to solve this mystery. We saw Church recruiting him when Connor stopped at Nantucket. Biddle eventually became a privateer for the Continental Congress, patrolling British shipping routes, harassing their ships, and keeping the spoils of any he could capture. He had a reputation as an excellent captain. He divided the spoils evenly and never used corporal punishment against his crew. What a softy, pitiful, really. Though I think you can see why that would be a job perk. Puck, I think we're good. We're all caught up. Let's get the hell out of here. We got 10 minutes. Full sail.
What the bloody hell was that about?
The
The
older
old
man
man.
is a
Oh,
Templar.
okay, there you go,
Who was he
Connor.
with?
Templar. The young buck was Nicholas Biddle. Nobody. Sails before the mast. Midshipman for the Crown.
Are the guns ready?
Aye, but we won't jump in over our heads. We'll find a suitable target and show you how they work. We've fitted her with a modest amount of guns to start, but rest assured there's ample room to add more should you feel the need.
What? I see like only 4 guns at
Looks
most.
like a British frigate with half seas over. Should do nicely for a spotted target practice. Bring around broadside, and when all guns are on target, call fire.
Okay.
Round shot for a start.
Well done, boy! Now, aim all guns at her bow and do as much damage as possible.
Some old powder in there.
Good! Now give the swivel guns a turn.
The
More
swivel
precise.
guns.
Hit those old powder barrels and light up the sky.
Never gets old. Not bad for a spud, Captain.
A spud? What did you call me?
You are a fast learner.
Provided something interests me.
Ah, getting a taste for the open sea, are we? We'll make a
Yes.
jack tar out of you yet. Now we
I
should
am.
be getting back. The old man is like to have my hide for keeping you out so long.
We're so far away until we freaking get to Black Flag. Especially since, you know, October is, this video might be out in October, who knows. Huh? Successfully braced when attacked. Use the swivel
Why is he
guns to
shooting at
destroy
us?
ships.
Destroying property of the crown, disturbing the king's peace, take your pick.
What do we do?
Naught else but to fight back. Sink the bastard.
Use the swivels on him, Captain.
I killed 2 targets already. Great. I don't think we can do this objective. We can do brace for attack. It- Yeah, we're gonna stop for them. Allow them to catch their, you know, angle. Oh. Oh. Well, when you do that, do they also shoot us from the back? Yeah, I'm
English
sorry.
frigate! I'll be betwattled, another one. Where in the bloody hell did she come from?
Definitely improved it for, you know, Black Flag. You can't really like adjust for, you know, the broadsides. Can't really adjust the angle just yet. Are you gonna shoot us or what? Okay, so they're missing us and it doesn't count. They're still missing us. Okay. We're running out of time. I can't
Carry on, sailor. Not bad for your
waste.
first voyage, eh, boy?
I'll just have to replay this.
Now we best be getting back, or the old man'll have my guts for garters.
Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. We're not looking. Oh, new email. Great.
I got 'em! All of 'em! You get what I need, and I'll give 'em to you. Simple. You got a ship, could find 'em all to boot.
Who is that man?
Him? Some old salt always on about letters he's got from Captain Kidd. Nonsense,
Captain
really, but
Kidd.
he doesn't hurt no one, so I'll leave him be. Talk to him if you fancy, but be warned he'll chew your ear off. Anyway, your keeler's here for you. If you should get a pang for the open sea, we'll be waiting. Now, I implore you to head up the hill before the old man
Implore.
comes out of retirement just for me.
I implores you to shut up.
3 weeks, and not even a goodbye before you left.
Sorry.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Achilles, we don't have the time. We got a minute, man.
Put them on. Once upon a time, we had a ceremony on such occasions. But I don't think either of us are really the type for that. You've your tools and training, your targets and goals. And now you have your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor.
Wow, right at the end. Oh, sequence complete.